Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Why Taylor Sheridan shows hit different explained by 1923 star Jennifer Carpenter. He's earning every minute of your time. 1923 star Jennifer Carpenter heaps praise on the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, and explains what makes his work stand out. Carpenter, who rose to prominence playing the role of Deborah Morgan on Showtime's crime drama Dexter, guest stars in a recurring role as Marshall Marnie Fawcett in 1923 Season 2. The acclaimed Yellowstone prequel series stars Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, and follows an earlier generation of the Dutton family as they grapple with Prohibition, drought, and the Great Depression. In an interview with Screen Rant, Carpenter spoke positively about her experience working on 1923 and praised Sheridan as a creative force, discussing how his shows have something that many other productions lack. She complimented the story of 1923, calling it beautiful before emphasizing how much it meant to her. Check out Carpenter's comments below. Carpenter's comments show the appeal that Sheridan has as a creative. The fact that his writing can take performers to unexpected places explains why he has managed to have such a successful career to date. Since his screenwriting debut with Denis Villeneuve's crime thriller Sicario, he has gone on to pen the movies Hell or High Water and Sicario, Day of the Soldado, and directed Wind River and Those Who Wish Me Dead. Additionally, he has created several successful shows for Paramount Plus, including 1923, 1883, Mayor of Kingstown, and Sylvester Stallone's crime drama Tulsa King. These carefully constructed shows have illustrated the abilities of Sheridan as a writer, and how he is able to connect with viewers as well as actors. Carpenter's comments also go a long way toward explaining why Sheridan's shows are able to attract big-name talent, with Jeremy Renner, Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Costner, and Tim McGraw among the other actors to appear in his shows. This helps to ensure that all Sheridan shows have excellent quality in every facet, and makes for more engrossing television moving forward. Sheridan is the crown jewel for Paramount Plus right now, and no less than 7 of his shows are available on the service, including the recently renewed Landman. It is clear that Sheridan has a writing style and a way of developing shows that resonate with both audiences and performers, and as long as this remains the case, his shows should continue to do well. For her part, Carpenter has clearly enjoyed her time on 1923, and her comments suggest she'd be open to working with Sheridan again in the future. In an era of endless content and quick-skipping viewers, a few rare storytellers manage to hold our attention like a grip tightening around your soul. Among them, Taylor Sheridan stands tall, boots dusted, pen sharp, heart wide open. Best known for his gripping modern westerns like Yellowstone, 1883, and 1923, Sheridan has cultivated a storytelling style that slices through the noise and lodges deep in the heart. But what makes his work resonate so deeply? Jennifer Carpenter, who starred in 1923, summed it up in a recent interview. He's earning every minute of your time. And that might be the simplest, most profound explanation for the Sheridan phenomenon. He respects the audience. Let's start with that quote. When Carpenter says Sheridan earns every minute, what she means is that he doesn't take shortcuts. In an age where shows are built to maximize bingeability rather than meaning, Sheridan scripts slow down and dig deep. They don't rush to reveal. They let truth seep out like sweat from sun-baked skin. He's not wasting your time with fluff, Carpenter explains. If a character speaks, it matters. If someone dies, it haunts. There's weight in the silence and power in the pauses. Sheridan treats the audience with an old-school reverence. He assumes we're smart, that we crave truth more than trend, that we don't mind feeling a little uncomfortable if it means we get to sit with something real. Characters with bone-deep soul. One of the hallmarks of Sheridan's work is the depth of his characters. Whether it's Beth Dutton's fire in Yellowstone or Jacob and Cara Dutton's raw resilience in 1923, his people are never surface level. They ache, they rage, they love ferociously, and we believe every second of it. Jennifer Carpenter, whose character in 1923 endured trauma, silence, and survival in equal measure, says, "He doesn't write caricatures. He writes humans, beautiful, broken, battling humans, and he lets them breathe on screen." This commitment to authenticity isn't accidental, it's earned. Sheridan's scripts are dense, often poetic, filled with dialogue that cuts to the quick. His characters speak like they've lived through something, and by the end of an episode, you feel like you have too. The visual grit of the West. There's also the feel of a Taylor Sheridan show. His landscapes aren't just backdrops, they're living characters. The Montana plains, the dusty Texas trails, the snow-covered ranges of 1923. They tell stories without a single word. They frame the characters, test them, humble them. Carpenter calls it brutal beauty. She explains, "When we were filming 1923, there were days we were freezing, bruised, exhausted. And you realize, that's the point. These characters don't exist in comfort. Neither should we." Sheridan's shows are not filmed on soundstages pretending to be ranches. They're filmed on actual land that breathes and burns. You feel the grit, you see the sweat, and that realism anchors every moment. The themes that haunt Sheridan doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. Colonialism, generational trauma, greed, justice, gender roles, violence, loss. His stories chew on these themes like tough jerky. He invites us to sit with the complicated legacies of America, especially the way land, law, and power collide. In 1923, we see a brutal depiction of indigenous boarding schools. We see cattle ranchers fighting to survive in a shifting world. We see women navigating grief, rage, and resilience. Sheridan doesn't just dramatize history, he excavates it. He forces us to ask hard questions. Carpenter points out, what's genius is that he'll break your heart, then make you laugh a few scenes later. He walks that line, pain and poetry. You never feel manipulated, you feel seen. Writing like a novelist, shooting like a maverick. Another reason Sheridan's work stands out is that he writes his series like novels. Each episode feels like a chapter. There's no filler, no bloated plot lines. He doesn't create episodes to pad a season, he tells stories that demand time. Jennifer Carpenter reflects on the table reads. When you open a Sheridan script, you feel the craftsmanship. It's like holding a piece of carved wood, handmade, unique, unfinished until it's in your hands. And on set, Sheridan isn't just handing over the reins, he's there, often directing, often rewriting. He's as hands-on as it gets, making sure that vision translates from page to screen with no loss of soul. A legacy of longevity. Unlike many showrunners, Sheridan's not aiming for just the next hit. He's building a legacy, a universe that connects generations, themes, and timelines without ever feeling forced. It's like a grand American saga, sprawling yet intimate. Carpenter says, working on 1923, you feel like you're part of something bigger, something that will outlast trends. He's not chasing fame, he's building something that will be taught in film schools someday. The Taylor Sheridan Effect. The Sheridan Effect isn't just about TV, it's about trust. He's made viewers believe again in long-form storytelling, in quiet moments, in grit over glamour, and in characters who don't have all the answers, but keep getting up anyway. Carpenter sums it up like this. When you're watching a Taylor Sheridan show, you're not just passing time. You're investing in something. And you feel it in your bones, he's doing the same. That's why it hits different. So the next time you sit down to watch one of Sheridan's sagas, know this, it's not just entertainment. It's earned, every minute of it.